Eagerness to learn. As a medical technology student and soon to be registered medical technologist, I or we should have the eagerness to learn new topics and knowledge. Every day is a new day to learn, and we should have the means to absorb new knowledge that are thrown or taught to us. Patience. Patience is one of the keys to a successful future. A medical technology student should have the ability to learn one step at a time. Every knowledge should be studied one by one to really understand it. In order to become successful in any profession, a person must first have lots of patience.
Professional. Being professional is one of the important values that you need to learn to become a successful medical technologist. As a freshman student, being professional in my course is something that I am still learning. Since we are a freshman students, we are still in a phase where some of us are easy to be driven by our emotions, especially when we make mistakes or errors. But we need to learn to be professional because we need that value to keep ourselves more focused in our task and also for us to carry that value when we will start to work as a registered medical technologist. Lifelong learning. When it comes to any medical profession, you will understand that studying or learning in medical profession will not stop after you graduate or after you pass the boards. In fact, according to some registered medical technologies, the real learning will start when you will begin to work because that's where you will learn more about the field you entered. So as a medtech student, you should remind yourself that as long as you can study, then study. Because learning in medical course will not stop after you pass the exam or quizzes, but it is a lifelong learning.
Medical technology students and future registered medical technologists should be observant because they are studying critical things such as cells, body tissues, body fluids, and um, other things that cannot be easily seen by our naked eye. Being observant may help the medical technologist to give a patient the right and accurate diagnosis. MedTech students and future registered medical technologists should be knowledgeable. You cannot look at the specimen under the microscope without studying it. You should know and you should understand the slight changes in the specimen. And also, you should be able to tell the specimen state. Registered medical technologists give diagnosis based on the result after testing sample tissues, sample body fluids, or the specimen itself. Giving diagnosis requires knowledge, of course, to give accurate, to give right, to tell the patient the disease that they have. MedTech students and future registered medical technologists should learn to be ethical because being a registered medical technologist, you shouldn't find any body fluid or any body tissue disgusting. Also, the confidentiality of the patient should be kept at all times. And you should always give accurate diagnosis based on the result of the testing.
Being productive or being efficient is a vital aspect of a student's being. It means that medical students have to be the most efficient if they wish to reach their goals. If students are productive, then they are efficient enough to meet the challenges and tasks that are needed to achieve their goals and inspirations. It's important to put a classroom productivity on a top priority in school curriculum. This is a crucial step in a student's success as a successful studentship leads to a successful career. A productive student also increases a chance of a stable mental health. Fear of failure described as dispositional tendency to avoid failure in achievement setting because the humiliation and embarrassment of failure are perceived to be overwhelming. A lot of medical students, and some of them are medical technology students, everyone has different ways to coping and coming to terms with their own limits. Even if getting bad grades is common in medical school, it still hurts to get them. However, what matters at the end of the day is picking yourself up and moving on. No one likes failing. It's natural to be scared of failure, but it's also natural to fail. Like many fears, most of it is in mind. While there are some factors out of your control, your mindset is within something you control. One of the strengths of a medical students or medical technology students is they are motivated to save patients' lives. As a medical student, I have this mindset that I am very eager to save lives. Therefore, I study and do well in school to become a registered medical technologist or other healthcare worker in the future. This is also applicable to other medical students and they have this perceived mindset to have a role in saving patients' lives.